Are you fans of Call Her Daddy from Barstool Sports?
I don't know him.
The podcast, Call Her Daddy.
It's like a podcast.
You definitely know Call Her Daddy. It's a sex podcast.
Basically,
the Glock Clock 9000.
Alexandra Cooper.
What's the page?
The Glock Clock 9000.
Call Her Daddy.
But I'm the Glock
like
9000. What you mean?
That's the dick sucking thing.
I'm a dick sucker.
Right.
Her name's Alexandra Cooper, but essentially she had a podcast that blew up very quickly on a network, Barstool Sports, right? And the theme of the podcast is that she would just come on, talk about who she fucked the night before for an hour, how good of a blowjob she gave, this, that, and the third. Fast forward, blows up 2 years. She, $60 million deal from Spotify.
No.
And she's just a regular girl. Technically, she's not in the industry.
Damn.
So do you see that as like, that's awesome? Or is it like...
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and now she just had Call Her Daddy,
Alexandra Cooper. But like, she's huge and
Last
famous.
night she
and,
just had Julia Fox on the podcast.
They kind of Barstool took the premise of a sex podcast, and I feel like adult entertainers could have done this, but I feel like they just got the average normal girl on instead of like an adult entertainer.
I mean, she's not average normal.
But do you feel some type of way where you're like, Barstool should hit up a porn star to do this show, or do you think it's cool that she's done that? And made
I honestly, for being somebody who isn't in the industry and did it like that so quickly and like not really meaning to go that big, like that's fucking amazing. Like,
it's wild,
that's wild.
She's like the top 5 podcast.
Like,
yeah.
like, golly.
I don't know much about her, but if she's doing all that, that's awesome.
Yeah, she just turned it into a business, but now she is interviewing like famous mainstream people,
That's
like Julia Fox,
amazing. Like,
who's wild.
that's
by the way.
great. That's great. I can't hate it. Like, I'm honestly, I have no hate for anybody. That's amazing.
I was like, what the hell?
No.
She just interviewed Julia Fox, and she was asking her about dating someone famous for clout more so than you're actually like into them. So you guys.
I would
Fuck famous people all the time, so it's kind of like
I would date
you would.
somebody for
No, my
clout.
thing was like, I feel like they could have had a couple porn stars come on and create a show for Barstool, the same premise, and would have blown up. But I feel like it was easier to do it with average girls because it's more relatable, and also you wouldn't get in trouble probably because it's like sex workers or porn stars.
Yeah, but it's essentially the same thing. Like
Pretty much the same thing.
It's basically the same.
But regardless, she's talking about who she had sex with. The night before.
You messed with the article going viral a few times with certain things. Do you think it pays off, or do you think
Yes.
what
Yes.
helped the most?
Consistent. You got to do it consistently.
What helped
You have
the
to
most?
do consistently, yeah, which is actually kind of hard.
Very hard.
It's not easy. I mean, I just try and find the opportunities to. I mean, me running out in public with my tits was a complete accident. I don't even know how that went viral. Like, I literally,
I didn't see it. Well, you're like going for a job?
No, because public nudity I know is a popular thing. But I told Violet one day, I was like, hey, I told her, I was like, I had a feeling though it would, but I didn't. It was a complete accident. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go run in my neighborhood and be like, it's neighborhood nudity, or no, it's City Tuesday, and I'm doing neighborhood nudity and whip my tits out. And then a couple days later, somebody hit me and was like, yo, you're on World Star. Me.
She did
Like,
that.
me. I just like, okay.
I thought someone like saw her driving by or something.
Literally in the most rinky-dink ass
But was that your
neighborhood.
plan to just put it on the internet for it to blow up, or are you
I mean,
trying to work
at
out?
that point, and I still know this, if you throw random nudity videos on Twitter, like I want to go to Times Square and literally whip my titties out. I just need somebody to hold my camera. Like,
I'll come.
yeah, you want to do it? Let's do it. All right, play it.
That's so funny.
Let's make it happen.
But